So let's try executing the code that we've created for the strategy design pattern. I'm going to do that by creating new objects, a new street racer object, a new Formula One object, a new helicopter object, and a new jet object like this. And as you know, inside the constructor, it's going to create the correct algorithm for that particular object and install that algorithm. Then when you call the go method, that algorithm's go method will be called. So here what we're doing is we're creating a new street racer object, new Formula One object, a new helicopter object, and a new jet object. Then we're going to call those objects go methods, as you see here. And presumably, what's going to happen is every time you create an object, it's going to select its correct algorithm, install that algorithm in place, and then when you use the go method like that, it's going to call the correct algorithm's go method, which will print out, presumably, the correct string. Now I'm driving, now I'm flying fast. Let's give this a try. This is the program called starttherace.java, and we're going to execute that. As you see here, in fact, you do get now I'm driving, now I'm flying fast. And so you see all the volatile code, the changeable code has been stripped outside of the vehicle class and put into algorithms instead. That's the idea behind the strategy pattern. Let's take a look at what we've done. We started off with, in general, a method, a doTask method, and this doTask method then uses a base class for another class, and this other class had overriding code in it, as you see here, in order to customize the activity performed by the doTask method, and that in turn could be even overridden once again, and down here is more overriding code and so forth. So you see the problem there is you are spreading out your code that has to be maintained over several generations of classes, and the strategy design pattern says instead strip out the volatile code, the changeable code, put them in algorithm objects like this, giving you a has a relationship as far as your volatile code goes rather than a is a relationship. And that's the ingenuity behind the strategy design pattern. And then you can store objects of that type inside an algorithm variable and call that algorithm variable's methods appropriately, as opposed to having to rewrite your code in the various generations of inherited classes. So that's the strategy design pattern, and it's a good one. And it tells you essentially that if you have volatile code, you should think about using a has a relationship with your code rather than a is a relationship with your